Her sanctuary is not a place you build with words or promises. It is a state of energy, presence, and discipline that you embody. A woman feels most at peace, not when a man tells her what he will do for her, but when his energy silently tells her that he is in control of himself. That control begins with mastery over the most primal force within you, your sexual energy. Semen retention is not about suppression or denial. It is about the conscious transmutation of your life force into something higher, something creative, something stable. Before we go deeper, make sure to join the Telegram channel. The link is in the description. It's a space where we go beyond the surface, sharing deep insights and guidance for men walking this same path of discipline and transformation. Because this is not a journey for the faint of heart. It's for the few who dare to stand apart in a world drowning in instant gratification. When you practice semen retention, you stop leaking your essence carelessly. You stop wasting the very force that fuels your mind, your willpower, your clarity. Suddenly, your presence begins to change. Your eyes hold more intensity. Your words carry more weight. You begin to radiate calmness even in chaos. Women feel it, even if they can't explain it. She may not understand the science behind your energy, but she feels it when she's with you. That sense of grounding, that invisible gravity that pulls her closer, not because of what you say, but because of what you are. Retention makes you a man who doesn't chase validation because he already feels full within himself. You no longer seek her to complete you. You come to her complete, and that changes everything. A woman's heart finds rest in the presence of a man who is not restless. She finds sanctuary in a man whose energy doesn't drain her but nourishes her. Most men unconsciously take from women. They drain them emotionally, sexually, and energetically. But a man practicing retention gives off a completely different frequency. His energy is stable, replenishing, and protective. His sexual force is under his command, not something that commands him. When she's with you, she feels safer without understanding why. It's because you're not trying to take anything from her. You're there to give, to uplift, to protect. Your masculinity becomes restorative. You become a calm ocean where she can dissolve her storms. Semen retention amplifies your masculine polarity, sharpens your intuition, deepens your voice, and grounds your nervous system. Your body becomes charged, your mind focused, and your purpose clear. Every urge you resist becomes a spark of creative energy redirected toward your goals, your mission, your art, your strength. You stop wasting energy on fantasy and start building reality. That shift changes how she sees you. She no longer sees a man controlled by lust, but a man guided by purpose. And that's the kind of man who awakens her feminine essence. She can finally relax because she feels your strength. She can surrender emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually because she trusts your direction. She senses that your energy is clean, untangled from the chaos of indulgence. In a world where so many men are overstimulated and emotionally drained, semen retention makes you stand out like a lighthouse in the storm. You become rare. Your energy becomes magnetic, but not desperate. Your presence becomes both healing and commanding. You speak less, but your silence carries power. Your body language exudes confidence without arrogance. And when you look at her, she feels seen, not hunted. Because your gaze is no longer driven by hunger, it's driven by awareness. You are present, not predatory. That difference is subtle, but profound. It makes her nervous system relax, makes her open up to you in ways she never has before. Women are naturally intuitive. They feel energy before they understand it. A woman can instantly sense when a man's energy is scattered or when his lust controls him. But she also senses when a man's energy is whole, contained, and disciplined. That energy feels safe, fatherly, grounding. It gives her the permission to be soft again, to trust again. She feels that she doesn't have to compete with your desires because your desires serve a higher purpose. You are not a slave to them. You're a master of them. Mastery is the essence of true masculinity. When you practice semen retention, you are literally rewiring your nervous system. You are teaching your body to channel energy upward, from your base to your mind and heart. Your thoughts become sharper, your emotions more stable. You begin to feel things deeply without being overwhelmed by them. That emotional control is rare and deeply attractive. Because a woman's emotions are like water, fluid, ever-changing, sometimes turbulent. She doesn't need you to be another wave, needs you to be the shore. When you are grounded in your own energy, her emotions can crash against you without breaking you. That's when she feels safe enough to be vulnerable. That's when she starts to heal. A man practicing semen retention becomes a mirror that reflects a woman's beauty back to her. He doesn't seek her to feel alive. He's already alive. His energy reminds her what true masculinity feels like. Not dominance, but direction. Not control, but containment. You hold space. You guide. You listen. You understand without trying to fix. You love without losing yourself. That's what makes her feel restored. That's what makes you her sanctuary. Not because you rescue her, but because your presence alone reminds her of balance. There is a softness in your strength that she can feel. You stop trying to impress her with words, because your energy speaks louder. Stop trying to prove your worth, because your self-discipline proves it for you. Every time you choose self-control over indulgence, you raise your vibration. You stop vibrating at the level of neediness and start resonating at the level of purpose. You move differently. You talk differently. You even breathe differently. Your energy becomes cleaner, sharper, fuller. When you walk into a room, people feel your presence. When you speak, people listen. When you love deeply, not desperately. And that's the paradox. By withholding your seed, you give more of yourself. Your retention becomes a form of generosity. You are no longer fragmented, no longer emptied. You are full, overflowing with energy that others can feel. Your presence heals, not because you try to heal anyone, but because your energy is no longer leaky or chaotic. It's focused, disciplined, whole. A woman feels rejuvenated after being around you, not drained. She feels inspired, not used. She feels emotionally lighter, mentally clearer, spiritually calmer. You become her sanctuary because your energy gives her permission to rest in her feminine nature. This is why semen retention is not about repression. It's about transformation. You are not meant to fight your desires. You are meant to harness them. Desire is sacred energy. It's creative fire. When you learn to direct it instead of waste it, you begin to evolve spiritually. You stop thinking like an animal and start living like a king. You begin to rule yourself. You understand that your seed is not just physical fluid, it's condensed life force, containing your vitality, your focus, your confidence. Each time you release it carelessly, you lose a little of that fire. But when you retain it, that fire stays within, burning brighter, pushing you toward mastery. Women can feel that fire. It's not about abstinence, it's about transmutation. You turn lust into drive. You turn desire into devotion. You turn physical energy into spiritual power. That transformation is what makes you magnetic. You stop needing constant validation because your energy validates itself. You stop chasing women because your presence naturally attracts them. But the deeper truth is that attraction becomes secondary. You begin to value peace more than pleasure. You begin to choose purpose over impulse. That's the point where you evolve from being a man seeking women to a man who naturally draws them in because of his energy. You become the man she didn't know she was looking for. A man who doesn't drain her, a man who restores her, a man who makes her feel safe enough to be soft again. You are no longer fighting for attention because your energy commands it. You no longer seek external stimulation because your inner world is rich and alive. You become a source of calm in her chaos, direction in her confusion, warmth in her coldness. That's the power of semen retention. Turns you into a living sanctuary, a safe space in motion. This path is not easy. It requires patience, discipline, and deep self-awareness. You will face urges, doubts, and old habits trying to pull you back. But every time you overcome an urge, you gain a piece of your power back. Every time you choose to hold your seed, you strengthen your spirit. You become a man of substance, not noise. A man of depth, not distraction. The more you practice, the more you realize that true masculinity isn't loud, silent, strong, and unwavering. You stop reacting to the world and start influencing it. Your mind clears, your purpose sharpens, and your energy rises. When you meet a woman from this place, you no longer need her to heal your emptiness. You meet her as a whole being, and that allows her to heal hers. Together, your energy becomes balanced, masculine and feminine harmonizing, not competing. That is what real love feels like. It's not about intensity. It's about peace. It's not about control. It's about connection. And it all begins with your ability to control your seed. Your seed is your power. Guard it, cultivate it, channel it. Use it to create, to build, to love. When you do that, you become a man who restores, not depletes. A man who uplifts, not consumes. If this message resonated with you, remember to join the Telegram channel in the description to go deeper. We share more practices, guidance, and energy work for men walking this sacred path. And if you found value in this message, please consider contributing using the thanks button below. Every contribution, no matter how small, helps keep this work alive and expanding. Your support matters. Every bit of energy you give comes back multiplied. Thank you for walking this path with integrity, discipline, and heart. Stay grounded, stay powerful, stay retained.